Well, hello everybody. We are back, and this time we are playing Frostpunk. I don't really have a ton of plans for this video. I knew that I was gonna be making some more higher quality stuff, but man, editing just takes so long, and so I'd rather just, for the couple of you who have found me so far and enjoy me just rambling on, we're gonna give you a little bit more, but yeah, so I don't really got a whole lot of plans for this. We're playing Frostpunk. I'm about like 10 years late to this game, but it's all right. By far one of the greatest games I've played in a minute, so highly recommend if you haven't played it. We're just gonna be playing one of the scenarios. I did just buy the DLCs, so we're gonna be playing The Last Autumn. So I don't know what we're getting into. I know a lot of the other scenarios have like secret objectives that you can get, and I'm proud to say I've done good enough to get all of them so far. I still haven't done Winterholm. Like all of the ones that I've attempted, I've gotten so far. I don't know if there's one for a new home. I know there's like just secret, like kind of objective stuff, but I don't know if there's like a main like story secret. Anyway, I got the one for the refugees and the arcs. Let's see what this is about. Okay, there's a company, but very helpful. Birmingham behind. This is definitely really high quality compared to the other cutscenes. The other ones are pretty good, but this one's like higher. So the world isn't frozen over right now. Usually for the other scenarios, like it's all icy, so I don't know what's going on right now. Who is IEC? I only hope you're going to avoid their failure. Hmm. Hmm. So is this? I'm assuming this is maybe like a prelogue, or prologue of. Yeah. Hmm. It's inevitable. Okay. If you don't know what Frostpunk is, by the way, Frostpunk is a survival city builder. Um, I'm proud to say I'm the goat. I did just unfortunately learn that you can build more than one workshop. So for quite a long time, I only had one workshop, which meant I had like no research. Um, but I somehow did it. We're gonna try and improve that this time. I don't know what we're looking at difference wise. I'm hoping my recording isn't fucked over right now because my OBS is lagging to hell. Regardless, let's look at what we're dealing with. The last autumn, we crossed the rough northern seas to reach Site 113, where we are going to build the greatest marvel of technology, a generator. Your crew, lured by the promise of a steady job and eager to leave the work rides and bread queues behind, are somewhat taken aback at the sight of the desolate landscape surrounding the site. They were not told to ask for the details, and there's no turning back now. There's no consensus as to why this contract has been such a high priority, considering the deteriorating situation in the Empire, but your superiors are clear. This is the most important job of your life. For Queen and country! Anyway, um, I don't know what we're gonna be looking at here. It's the world's not frozen yet. So we don't have a generator at all, but we don't need one. Also, we're positive 10 degrees Celsius. That is crazy because normally you're always negative like 20 at the least. Anyway, let's see what this says. Basic facilities. Before you start building the generator, you have to set up a basic supply infrastructure. This means building the docks and gathering resources piling up by them. You also need a raw food source, the fishing harbor, or a forager's camp set up by a food source somewhere in the plains. Okay, I need to pause this. I need to look through our items. We still have the tent. Health, we have a medical post. We still have the cookhouse. Still have resource post and a resource depot and gathering post and workshop. These things are used for research. I didn't know that you could place more than one, so this entire time I've only had one, and that has led to so many restarts and hours wasted, but it is alright. Also, shipwreck. Ooh, that's a lot of steel. What is it? They can't be reached at the moment, and they require at least one workers. So I'm assuming, let's zoom out. Yeah, so we're just on like a coastline here. We've got 90 people homeless. Let's look at our resources. We got 150 raw food. Whoa, what am I looking at here? There's way more resources than what I should have. Usually these are all the resources you have and steam cores. It's just all of those. We've got three new um resources. We have structural profiles, steel composites, and steam exchangers. What am I looking at here? I know that this is meant to be like where we set up the generator at. We do have wood piles, so these are like usually they have like abandoned like piles and stuff you loot and stuff like that. So I'm wondering if these are just like the general ones we get. Let's take a look. So we can't build anything in here. Too close to the generator. Oh, these are just our stockpiles over here. I was wondering what that was. Okay, I don't know why I wasn't looking at our objectives. Research and build docks. Start gathering resources powered by the docks. Build and activate the fishing harbor or set up a foragers camp. I'm assuming the harbor is probably gonna be one of our better ones. I wonder if the ice is gonna freeze over and then we won't be able to reach stuff in the water later on. So that's a possibility. Let's look at Book of Laws. This is all new. This is a DLC, by the way, guys. I think I mentioned that. So this is like all new content. So I mean, this is like old in the grand scheme of things, but whatever. Administration, find ways to keep your people healthy, fed, and motivated. Um, so this is slightly different. We have different ones here. Public house. This one's the same. There's a couple here. Oh, they've got like gruel. It talked about how like it's just like the gruel. Like you can get like a soup one for one of these, and it gives you more food. Yeah, like we can cook gruel instead of full meals to feed more people with the same amount of raw food. And so, it was like that with the soup, but we could get alcohol to make it a little bit better for them. They have a bathhouse now. They would protect our people from sickness by promoting cleanliness and clean habits. People living near a working bathhouse are less likely to fall ill. Motivation will rise slightly. You have to build a bathhouse. I think main priority, we need workshops as to be able to, get going on this. Um, so sounds like these trees are resource sources, so we're gonna be able to break those down at some point. But for the time being, let's just start out with, well, let's see how many engineers we have. We have 15 engineers. Um, let's just start off with one, and then we're gonna have to build a street to it. Because everything needs a street. Anyway, yeah, I don't know how this is all gonna work, but we're gonna figure it out as we go. Um, we just have a pile of steam cores. That's fun. These things are like a rare resource, so they're very helpful for like things like automatons, which who knows if those are a thing at this point, but hopefully they are. That might be pretty cool. We have 90 homeless. We're looking temperature wise. Everything's comfortable. Okay. Usually, like, comfortable means you're doing really well in the stuff, but since we're like crazy warm more than normal, we're doing okay. Anyway, um, this is also different. We used to have hope down here. Now this is motivation. And so I'm assuming if they're demotivated, it gives me less efficiency, and if they're motivated, they get more efficiency. Discontent's kind of the same. You get that too high, they decide to kick you out the city. Huge coal pile, two of them. So I'm assuming this is going to be our main stockpile of coal for the early game. I know some people are probably like, just get on with it, bruh. And you're real for that, but for right now, we're gonna just do what we need to do. We don't have a ton of resource piles, so we're just gonna get everybody working on what they need to work on. Um, Once we get research up, that's gonna let me see what the kind of tech tree thing is looking like. Maybe that's gonna be huge. Maybe that's gonna be small. Who knows? Um, all right, they're working. Also, the shift starting stuff has changed. We're gonna get a second workhouse. This is my first time getting more than one, so hopefully it's very helpful. Um, Looks pretty good. Let's look at our, yeah, this is completely different. Um, we have less tabs here. We only have 3 tabs for technology tree. Usually there's a lot more, but I don't know what the reloading station is. We need the docks. It told us that we need to get the docks, so we're gonna get that. Let's see what our people are saying. Word of advice, first steps. Sir, our employer, the Imperial Exploration Company, has prepared the site for us. Besides digging the enormous shaft for the underground part of the generator, they left some construction materials behind to get us started. We should set up camp and clear the area around the shaft to make space for the construction facilities. Okay. So I'm wondering if multiple workshops allow me to speed up the research. That would make sense. I doubt they're gonna let me research multiple things at once, but who knows? For Book of Laws, let's see what we got. They just flat like usually the public house is something that you get like later down like a chain list stuff. But we get it right off the bat. What's a chapel about? Um, they'll gather to pray, which will raise their motivation. That's good. On-site burials. We will consign the bodies of our dead to the stony soils of this faraway land. It would be too expensive to bring them back to England. Um, Reparation of bodies. We will lay down the dead to rest in English soil. Their bodies will be kept in the morgue until they can be transported. Um, huh. But I'm sure by doing this, it's going to bring up their motivation a ton by letting their people get home safe. Overall, for this, we're going to get, what is it? Sustain life, probably. I just want to get something out of the way first. And then, we have Care House now, which, that one's the same. Those ones are the same. This one's new down here. We're gonna check on that later. Anyway, I just wanted to get a lost sign so that it's not just being wasted. Our people are gonna get hungry eventually, but we've got like a day to get them a cookhouse and stuff. So we're gonna finish setting up the other workshop. Alright. And then we're gonna get yeah, they speed up the development. So that's cool. I love how they have like the procedural kind of stuff. Like you place multiple buildings next to each other, they like connect. Such a cool thing. The fact that this game is like, I don't know how old it is. I think it's less than 10 years, but still kind of old a little bit. Not really. Whoa. Okay, so we can just see under the map here. Amazing game design. 10 out of 10. This game is very good, by the way. I've been really enjoying this. Also, Titanfall series, it's not happening. I was gonna do that for a little bit, but nobody cares about Titanfall, and I spent way too much time working on that video for nobody to watch it. So yeah, I'm good on that. And then plus, I was getting pretty damn pissed off. So I am totally good not playing Titanfall. Um, I already beat the game, so who cares? Anyway, we need to research and build the docks. This has 8 days for basic facilities. That's nuts. Anyway, start gathering resources piled up by the docks. I'm assuming once we place the docks, it's gonna give us the raw food. We do have more unemployed people. I'm not in a crazy rush to get them employed. We love our unemployed chuds. Um, let's see how much time we got left on this. We got about an hour, and then the work day doesn't end until like 1800 hours. All right. We're doing pretty good off the bat. I do apologize if anybody hears me sniffling. For some reason, I don't know what's up my nose. There's been some wildfires, like a couple states over or whatever. So who knows if it's the smoke from those guys? I've been hearing a lot about those, but who knows? Who cares? Well, I do care. I hope the people are right, but whatever. Anyway, let's build a dock. So this is the same. Like, whoa, that's huge. Um, these are the same in the sense that they like have specific spots you can place them. I don't think it matters too much, but I'm just gonna place mine right here. Um, for surprisingly only 25 wood, get a very big structure. Something of this size in the normal campaign would probably be like 200 wood, but who knows why it's so cheap. I'm sure it's just because it's needed. Also, walking across those boards definitely seems safe. Not. Anyway, um, they are resting. We're gonna have them be homeless for a day. I know it sucks, and they're discontent about it, but we'll get them home soon. Um, Camp life idle hands is the first workday ends. Some people start gathering in small groups to chat or play cards. A couple of workers are throwing rocks down the huge central shaft. Deep, ain't it? And to think that we have to work down there. Out of boredom or maybe to exercise their fears, more workers join in. Soon rocks start raining down the hole. This might be dangerous, but the camp offers very little other entertainment. If I stop them, the discontent's gonna rise. But I feel like if I let them be, something bad's gonna happen. So who knows? I think we're gonna be okay. Anyway, also, I really do hope this audio is okay. Um, my whole OBS is like crazy laggy right now, so hopefully it's all good. It looks like it's still picking up everything, so whatever. We're good on discontent. We're gonna get them to stop because I feel like if they continue, something bad's gonna happen. Because usually the events are like tied to one another, and so if you can stop one, you stop another. But that might just be hopeful guessing. With that, if they're busy chucking rocks down the hole, then I guess they just need some work to do. So we're gonna go find something to do for them. I think I'll have them work at the docks once this gets up. Um, I wonder. I don't think there's scouting in this because usually there's like a tab for like there's like scouting stuff in there, and you like explore the wasteland for other stuff, and I don't know if that is a thing here. We do have the docks up, so we're gonna get workers going in here. Um, oh, so I guess the docks they bring in like shipments from the main city or something like that. So it just means that they can produce any resource that I want. So just to get the people homes for the first day, we're gonna get them wood piles. That should be fine. Um, let me see. We can get a second dock, so I think I'm gonna get that down, and then we'll employ the rest of the people there. Um, don't know why it's needing to save. It hasn't done that before, but whatever. Um, we can introduce a new law. Um, this one, I believe it makes me build a care house. Yeah, we'll have to build a care house. I don't want to do that yet. Um, bathhouse, I think it's same deal. And then overcrowding, I just don't know how sick my people are going to be. Overcrowding's kind of helpful, but it does raise discontent. Extra rations for the ill. It speeds up recovery. Um, I don't know how struggling we're going to be for food though. So, um, hmm. Just because I feel like, I'll have to build a morgue for that. Ooh, I'm good. Hearty meals. We can serve tastier, more nutritious food to motivate our people. Of course, it would require more raw food to prepare. Um, we're gonna get hearty meals because um, it's gonna raise motivation, and when they are fed that, I'm assuming like if they're working on getting food and they're more motivated, they're gonna get more food anyway, so it's gonna be fine. And then if push comes to shove, we can feed them normal food, which is like gruel, but like just slightly inefficient. So it's not even that bad. So anyway, I think it's gonna be all good. They can last like another day before they get hungry. People got a cold. Sir, a few of our people got a cold from sleeping on the ground. We should provide them with some kind of accommodations, if only because this might impact our efficiency in the long run. Um, yeah, I can just get shelter for everybody, so we'll tell them that. I'll probably have to get a medical bay, which sucks, but it'll be whatever. Um, we don't have the generator up, so there's no point in. Also, I don't like how the docks and like a lot of the stuff here used to be able to like employ engineers there too, but I guess only engineers can work at engineer posts things, maybe potentially, who knows. Anyway, we still have gathering posts, so we'll see what these look like in the morning once they start getting resources. And yeah, let me see. um hmm We still have a lot of resources at the piles. Those are going to go down eventually, so we can just keep having them do that for right now. Um, let's see. I'm trying to think. We need to start gathering resources picked up by the docks. I'm hoping that I can place a here, let's start collecting wood. Telegraph station. Now that we've built the basic resource infrastructure, we can set about bringing more people and steam cores from England. To do this, we have to build the telegraph station. Y'all might call me crazy, but London's in England, right? I think it is. I'm not a geology nerd, and for all my Europeans out there, if you're screaming at me, whatever. But usually the lore kind of wise is that you are making a place called New London, and New London is basically the last city on Earth. That's like the main lore. So you're having to survive in a freezing wilderness as the last city on Earth. Anyway, so the fact that they're saying England, I don't know if it's the same people or different. Who knows? Workday just started. We're gonna get some pile. Yeah, so it is like ships from the other place. So I do find it cool how for specifically for this DLC one, we've got unique buildings. That's pretty cool. I like that. Um, we do have new tech, which is the telegraph station, which looks a whole lot like the beacon from the normal one. But for you guys, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. Um, also, I thought I put it on pause. Profiles, manufacture, researched. We're gonna get a third workshop, by the way, just so we can really maximize how much we're researching by. They want me to build the telegraph station, which is understandable. Um, I'm just gonna get like all the tier 1 stuff because I feel like that's gonna be important. Who knows if sawmills are gonna be useful, but I think they're gonna be like my only way. No, I was thinking they're gonna be my only way to like clear out these trees, but you can just flat out place buildings on them and then the trees go poof. Um Anyway, let's see. We need to get some more wood. I believe it is 25. Yep, or 20 wood for it. This looks a whole lot. It's basically the beacon, but ripped off. Um, who knows? Anyway, let's see. Where would I even want this? I want it in a spot that like makes sense, but at the same time looks good. We're gonna keep having this path continue downwards, I guess. I wonder if I'll need people to man the beacon, but who knows? Well, technically, telegraph station. Sawmill researched. We're really researching fast. This is 7 hours. Usually these things would take you like a lot longer. Now it's down to 4 hours just because I've got 3 of the buildings working on it. That's crazy. I'm pissed that I didn't know about this sooner because I was not doing too hot for profiles manufacturer. Oh, okay. So for like all the new research stuff, I'm assuming that's what I'm going to be specifically needing to build the generator. And so I'm assuming the generator is like the big thing we need to work on right now. I think that's our main objective. Who knows what else we'll be encountering, but we will get to that when we get to that. Anyway, um, they're done working for the day. We do have pretty substantial wood piles. I think that these are both close enough together to where I can place a gathering post and have it hit both of them, but who knows? Either way, it's not a huge priority. We do have the telegraph station up. Whoa. Okay, what is this? So we can order people, apparently. Oh, wait, let's see. This limit rises over time. It reflects the current logistical means assigned to this generator construction site. Order shipment would arise in a day. So, depending on how many people, steam cores, and everything I need, we can order in more of them. So, I think for right now, we are doing kind of okay. I could use 10 more engineers. Yeah, we'll get those guys going. Because then I want to see. Oh, it's a little too late to cancel it. I should have maybe just done 5, but I was going to see the absolute like max we could put for workshops. I want lightning fast research, by the way. I want to be like, oh, we're just 3 days in and we have the entirety of everything possible researched. Amazing. Anyway, let's look at gathering post. We can place it here, but it's not adjacent to a street. Man, really just unfortunate placing. Um, I wonder, is there anything in the tech tree for what is it, like enhanced range? I don't know. Let's see. There's a fishing harbor, so that's for food. Speaking of, our people probably need food, but it's whatever. Um okay, let me see. I need to see if the resource. Okay, that's just the resource depot. We need the gathering post. You guys probably don't understand anything of what I'm saying right now, but that is alright. Um, hmm. It's weird not having all these tabs here. We have more foragers, forager carts, additional foragers, boosted carts. We do have the infirmary, but overall, we don't really need it right now. There's protective structures. Okay, real quick. Let's see. There's a generator tab. We need 30 wood and 10 steel for this. So we're going to get to the morning, or actually, we'll check and see what the people are saying. The line is open. Good work setting up the communication camp. Now that we have a line of communication, use it to request resources. We will provide what we can, but be aware that your camp is not the only project we supply. There are two other construction sites in your area. Together, these three generators will secure shelters for inhabitants of Liverpool. Should the worst happen, their fate is in your hands. Do not let them down. You can now order resources in the telegraph station. Already on it, guys. You're behind on the game by 17 minutes. Telling me what I already know. Anyway, we can introduce a new law now. Um, Cocaine pills. We could possibly give people cocaine pills with their breakfast to make them work harder. Low risk of death by overdose. Oh, I don't know if I want to do that just yet. Let's see. Overall, we're gonna want to get overcrowding at some point probably. I don't want to have to build the other guys just yet, so we're gonna do the one that we can do without having to make anything. They're gonna get even more discontent, but that's alright. Um, Overall, we're doing okay. Yeah, we have nobody on the wood piles, but we'll get people on that soon. I'm assuming once these ones disappear, then that's gonna be our main source of resources. If the ill have somewhere to lie, they have a chance to recover. It's certainly more economical than just building some facilities. Um, let's see. 3 of the homeless fell ill. That's 6 people now. Here's what we can do. We can build. Is the medical post always open or not? I low-key forgot. Um, I want to save this space because there's like a 3 gap, if that makes sense. And so I'm pretty confident that we could fit some larger buildings over here. Um, yeah, I just don't know what I want to put in where. I guess this is fine, and then I was hoping to not have to take the path through because it looked nice, but we'll probably have to cut that through here soon. Camp life reality check. As the camp wakes up under dark rain clouds, the mood among our people turns gloomy. Nobody told us we'll be sent to the end of nowhere. They grumble there's nothing for us to do here but work, and they're going to stay a while in this remote, cold, miserable place. If you don't keep their motivation up, the efficiency will suffer. Motivation will fall each morning. Let's see what we can do. Um, Not now. I'd love to sign a law, but we literally can't. Provide shelter for everyone. That's gonna be our goal for today because we have 22 hours to do it. So if we don't get it done in this next day, we're not gonna do it at all. Um, Main priority We don't need a ton of steel right now, so I'm going to get the people that are working on steel off of steel, and they're going to start collecting these wood piles. So let's get them collecting, and then we'll just have the row back here be houses, and that'll be our game plan. So we're just going to collect resources real quick. Faster gathering research. That's going to be nice for the starting bit. Overall, we need to get some engineers working in here, but they don't arrive for another 9 hours. So we're going to keep building the houses for these guys. Hopefully they're alright. Are we getting anybody to come work on these? I guess your guys' work shift ends soon. We have all the resources we need, though, so we need 90, so that's 9 homes, so that's 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. I know there's one guy in the comments that wants to kill me for saying 6, 7. Whatever. Anyway, let's see. We can do drawing boards. We need to start working on those other level things. I can get cocaine pills. I don't have to use cocaine pills, though. It's an option. So we'll get cocaine pills. And, oh, people are hungry now. So that means tomorrow is going to be food day. We're going to do a couple things. One, we're going to take this transport, which is nice. And then this is open 24/7, so we're going to get workers going to treatment. We do have overcrowding, which... Oh, shoot. Huh. Okay. I gotta lock in. I don't have enough resources. That's the bad news. Dismantle building. If I can dismantle it, then I'll get the resources back and I can start treating you guys soon. You're not a huge priority right now, so it's not too big of a deal. So I think it's alright. Overall, we're gonna try and build all the houses. We got the wood back, so now we're gonna build the tent down here. If we can just get everybody in home, then this is gonna improve motivation, I'm assuming, because usually it would improve your hope, but since we don't have hope and we have motivation, I'm assuming it would improve. Yeah, motivation rises. Everyone needs a roof, if only a flapping one over their head. Your people look forward to a well-deserved rest. Alright, so everybody has homes. People are hungry, so we're gonna give them food here soon. Daily loss noticeable. Don't know what that means. Anyway, let's do... Tomorrow we're gonna do another workshop. We're gonna do... Ooh, or actually, we can just do another workshop right now. And get the people slaving away at that. Okay, everybody does have a house. I was a little worried for a second. Build and activate the fishing harbor or set up a forager's camp. Okay, so that's for actual food. We have a little bit of reserves, but those aren't gonna last. Let's see. I don't know what's gonna be useful here because we can't find people and rescue them. I'm assuming the only way we get people is through the telegraph station. So I don't know if it's something that I should be always requesting people or what. But I think we're alright right now. Ooh, some people are gravely ill. That's not very good. Please try to just survive a little bit. That is noticeable. We did lose quite a bit of stuff. Let's get 25 wood, I believe. Yeah, 25 wood. And we're gonna build a medical post. We're gonna try and heal our people. Um, we're also going to continue on the street. So now we'll have 4. Also, this gets me a Steam achievement. That's quite nice. How have we been recording for 40 minutes? Who knows? That seems like way too long of a time. It does not feel like 40 minutes. Anyway, you overhear 2 workers arguing over the reality of global cooling. You really believe this end of the world rubbish? Me, I'm just here for the money. When we're done with this mad scheme, I can finally move my family out of St. Giles. Well, then you're a fool because you'll all die when the frost comes. He turns to you. Ain't it the truth, sir? I know it's the truth, but motivation will rise slightly. Only fools doubt it. Both will rise. Um, Mind your work, lads. That lowers discontent. This raises both. So I'm gonna do both because I'm fine on discontent. It's about to go down in a second anyway, so who cares? Um, Once we get the medical post up, we're actually just right now we're gonna build a cookhouse. We're gonna have the cookhouse be over by the beach because it cannot get more optimized than that. Um, Gotta love optimization. Anyway, let's look at our book of laws. We'll see what else we can get. Um, On-site burials or reparation of bodies. We're gonna do a public house because actually, I don't know. We'll do. What does a chapel do? Living nearby will gather to pray, which will raise their motivation. Um, we can only build one public house, so we're just gonna build the public house. Get the people be drinking and happy. That's all that matters. Anyway, we're too broke on wood, so now we're fine. Anyway, I don't know how this recording is 40 minutes already. I'm just going to be playing this all the way through. We're only at day 4 so far. Hopefully this hasn't been boring, but low-key, I'm just going to keep continuing this recording until we beat this. Yeah, this is all interesting for me. I haven't done this one before, so I don't know what it all entails. Protective structures. Installing lightweight protective structures across the workplace will temporarily reduce the number of injuries caused by falls and blunt trauma. Each use will improve workplace safety by 1 level for 24 hours at the cost of 6 structural profiles. Machine shop. Allows us to build a machine shop to produce steam exchangers necessary to build the generator. What about ventilation plant? Allows us to build a ventilation plant which improves work safety conditions across the construction site, consuming 25 coal per hour. So I'm assuming safety is a big thing here. We do have a fishing harbor. They can set out from here to catch fish in the cold, cold sea. So is that or foragers' quarters? But I think fishing quarters, like foragers' quarters, these ones are not new. This one's somewhat new. So we're gonna be doing all the new stuff. So anyway, let's keep on going. The people need something about the generator. Troubles from home, troubled father. Sir, supply ships occasionally carry sacks of post destined to the crew. For security reasons, every inbound and outbound mail is open and read, but we may sometimes require instructions from you regarding our censorship policy. In this case, a worker received a letter from his wife informing him that one of his daughters is gravely ill. Dire news such as this may impact the morale of the crew. Should we redact the part about the sick daughter? Um, Motivation will fall slightly, and discontent will rise if we censor it. And so I'm not gonna censor it because I feel like it's the right thing to do. You know, if your daughter is dying, you would want to know about that. So I'm I'm gonna be civilized. You know, I know that in different modes of this, or in the new game in particular. Yes, there is a Frostpunk 2. I'm going to be playing that at some point also. Also, real quick, if you guys don't know why I'm playing Frostpunk now of all times, Markiplier, he did a stream for his birthday. Happy birthday, Markiplier. I don't know if anybody cares. Anyway, well, anybody that's watching me cares. I care. Anyway, um, he was playing Frostpunk 2, and that made me interested in the games as a whole because they seemed pretty interesting. And so, I just thought, hey, why not play it? So I got the first one, which we're playing right now. I'm almost like I'm gonna buy the second one soon because it's on a sale right now and I want it for cheaper because I like saving my money. Also, who knows why we got a random lag spike? Who cares? Anyway, also, real quick, we do have a ton of unemployed people, so we need to get our people back to working because they're kind of slacking off now that all the wood piles are gone. Anyway, with that, we're gonna be making a whole lot less wood. We're only making four and a fourth, or 4.4. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, we're making 4.4 an hour, which isn't crazy, but I feel like it's okay. I think we can get upgraded docks, I believe. Yeah, advanced docks, upgraded docks. Reloading station allows us to build reloading stations which gather resources piling up at the docks. This is what I was looking for. People working here rather than resource piling up at the docks and transfer them to the stockpile. So this just optimizes how many people. Faster reloading, they will be 10% more efficient. Food and health, we're getting the fishing harbor because we need that. And then we're gonna need to get you guys because we gotta get the generator up. I think getting the generator up is our primary objective. Who knows if there's gonna be a secondary objective to this, but we'll learn and we'll find out, I guess. I do need the cookhouse to get up soon. We do have our cocaine pills, so gotta love those. Anyway, workday ends in about 4 hours or so. Um, this is done in less than an hour. That's done in about an hour. So we're gonna get this built, and we have some engineers. Trying to think. We also need people for the public house, so I think we're gonna lower both of these steel ones down to 10 people, and we're gonna employ 10 workers at each. Public house built, we did fulfill that. Discontent goes down, that's good. People are gonna be able to eat. This is this is 1 for 1, which this one's 2 to 1, this one's 1 to 1. So hearty meals, I'm assuming, really boost motivation. I could have gotten the gruel, but hopefully we're not struggling too much with food resources. Anyway, are are how is this not done yet? It's been like the entire workday and they haven't finished it. Whatever though. Anyway, let's see if are we able to get more than 5 workshops down? I'm assuming at some point it maybe starts capping off how efficient they are. Um but anyway, we're gonna get 5 just so that we can be really fast researching. Because this is also, like, we're just researching super fast compared to how we usually do. So that's pretty good. This one's open late hours. Okay. I did not know that. We do have more motivation, which is quite nice. Workday is over. I wish we had extended shift, but I think we're alright. The people aren't particularly like starving, so as long as that's the case, that's alright. We're gonna throw the engineers in here because we need them to start treating the sick. Um, let's see how long this takes. For the gravely ill, they're just sitting in there taking up beds. But at least they're not dying. The other ones, we can have them actually be treated, which is nice. Motivation's starting to go up, but we don't have any efficiency bonuses. I'm trying to think on what our game plan should be. I think I want the profiles because I don't know what those do really. But I also want docs. But overall, the day's over, so we can't do like anything right now. So we're just gonna skip ahead. Um, any rations that the people do make, that people can take at their leisure. We do have people starving though. So that's not very good. We definitely should have gotten this up sooner, but it's all right. Um, yeah, 10 people starving is not hot. Anyway, um, we do have to build and activate the fishing harbor or set up a foragers camp. We're gonna get that done today. Main game plans for so that was the daily loss. Let's see. Bare knuckle bouts. I don't know how I feel about that. Sometimes fighters will get hurt. Um, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that right now. Let's see. We have ceremonial funerals or company funerals. I think I want to do reparation of bodies, which will be that we build a morgue and we send them back home, which gives me motivation. Because, whew, that's a huge morgue, by the way. Did not expect it to be that big. Um, let's see. We can fit it right there. I'm trying to figure out the most optimal placement. Let's see how many we can get. Um, I don't know what I'm doing. We want 10 engineers. So we're going to order some engineers. Yes, we're just ordering them off of Amazon. Anyway, and then let's see. We're okay on steel, but they're collecting it for us nonetheless. Workday is about to begin. Um, wood piles are doing pretty damn good. All things considered, we have no temperature fluctuations, which is quite nice. Also, um, people are no longer starving. That is quite nice. Anyway, let's research. We need to research something that's productive here. I feel like the reloading station might be helpful. So we're gonna get that, because it's like meant to work with the dock. So, fishing harbor, we need 40 wood, 10 steel. How much are we getting per hour here? We're getting 1.1 an hour, so not a ton of steel. In fact, quite the opposite, but it's alright. Um, camp life, indignant engineer. An engineer complains to you, sir, it seems that I've been mistakenly lodged in a tent full of workers. Now you see, I don't have anything against workers, but I get they're quite loud and all, and well, they sort of smell. Could you make sure that I get moved to an engineer's tent? Motivation will fall slightly. No, we have to make do, or certainly discontent will rise. I kind of want to keep my motivation up, but I do understand where this guy is coming from. Well, not really. I feel like it's just people at the end of the day. Just if you're tired, Go to bed. But it's whatever. We're gonna do okay. We're just gonna tell him um no, we have to make do. Because I feel like last thing you want is to get like the people all mad that there's a guy who's like treated better than others, which it's understandable. Um Prolonged use can cause dependency or death. Huh. That's fun. Cocaine pills are off, but we can toggle them. Um Today, guys, you are getting cocaine pills. Amazing. You guys are gonna love them. They're gonna be so much fun. You're gonna be so happy at work. I know. Ugh. Speaking of cocaine, dude. Well, let's read this first. I have like a story to like just vent about. Not really like vent, but like it's just something going on, I guess. Anyway, letters from home, distraught father. Sir, the distraught father of the sick child wants to talk to you. He begs for you to let him home. I guess maybe we should have censored it, but that would have raised discontent. I know it means giving up this here job, but I'll figure something out. Me family needs them, sir. Please let me get back to him. Whew. Dude, I don't care about one worker. You go see your family. I'm not a monster. Anyway, let's see what else we got. We want a fishing harbor. These have specific placements for them too. Do these take up dock spots? That's something I need to look at. Ooh, okay, they do. Huh, okay. That's something to think about then. That we have a specific number of dock spots, so you gotta make the most of them. The engineer should be coming in soon. We're gonna get you working in here, to up our research. We have 25 engineers total. Um, yeah, like, I don't miss one guy working on this. Now, did he drop my efficiency down a ton? He did. He dropped it, like, by half. That's crazy. Okay, let's see how much it goes up by if I have everybody working in here. Reloading station researched. Let's see how much that costs. One steam core, which we don't have any of those. 10 steel and 20 wood, so we just don't have any of those right now. That's great. Anyway, logistical limit. We gotta wait for the next shipment before we get more workers. Anyway, let's see. We do have faster gathering. We can get efficient gathering. Let's get faster reloading. But these do all cost steel, which I'm not a huge fan of, but we'll see. I don't know why this is 1.1 and that is like 0.6 or whatever. I don't know. It's whatever though. We're gonna get all our people fed soon. I still need to figure out where to put this morgue. People, morgue, 10 wood. I'm sure people don't want to be living near dead bodies, if I had to assume. Just a hunch. Anyway, let's place it kind of just like the furthest away we can. It's kind of like my thought process. Ooh, it is going to be a ton of wood to route you back to the center, though. But I guess it'll be alright. Um, we're losing out on a lot of wood here, but we have so much wood coming in from the place, so I think it's alright. We're making more than we're losing. That's the main stuff. I forget why I needed so many engineers, but whatever. We will need an infirmary to treat those people. And then the cocaine pills, I think I'm gonna turn those off right now because I don't want my people to die. Okay, we're done for the day for that. We need to figure out what to research because we can't just have it be inactive. Um, we're gonna need this one later down the line for infirmaries anyway. So I think we're just gonna do that. Um, we'll see what else we can do. Also, we have workers in here. If we get the engineer guys in and we decide to move them in here, we can put the workers somewhere else. Let's also extend out this road because if possible I'd like to route it to here, but honestly it might even be worthwhile to do this like longer routing because it'll be somewhat around the same wood, but it won't make it harder for building later on. I don't know how we're supposed to get steel. That is, oh wait, I don't know what I'm saying. We'll stop unloading for some time. Are you sure? Yeah, that's fine. It's an operative, but we'll just have him collect the wood. And then we do have the other docks being built down here. I didn't consider that. Do I need... okay, I don't need paths for these. I was wondering if I did, but to be fair, the fact that the other ones have worked so far means that they don't. Let's look at our book of laws. Let's do company funerals will boost motivation more. Preparing bodies for transport will cost steel instead of wood. That's fine. We'll do that. It'll boost motivation. Transport has arrived. So we're gonna get a couple things. One, we're gonna get you in here. We want you going as fast as possible. We're gonna put engineers in the public house. And then switching to a new resource, that's fine. These docks are done. We need workers to start getting us food though, because we're running off of rations. Work's in a startup. We need to get another group out. It seems like the longer, oh yeah, this limit rises over time, and so if we constantly request, there's only so much they can give us. But yeah. Overall, we're requesting 20 workers though. Whoa, I didn't see. Set up the shaft structure. Oh yeah, because we completed all our quests. Okay. Um. All right. I understand. Maybe potentially. Anyway, let's pause this for a second. We're gonna finish routing this path because by doing that, it's gonna connect up the morgue, and then we can say that we did that one, and we'll get our motivation. We need to build the profiles manufacture status about 3 days ahead of schedule. Ooh, there might be an achievement if we do really ahead of schedule. Or maybe it says something like, you guys were such good workers and blah, blah, blah. Um, so we need to get the profiles manufacturers, make 8 profiles, and then set up the shaft structure. It did clear out the wood pile, which is fine. We do have extra workers because of that. So we're gonna go and have you guys start harvesting the steel pile because we need steel. We're gonna connect up the morgue. We got more people coming in, and then we've got the fishing harbor on its way. Generator construction overview. Wow, okay, this is cool. These are all the apparently stuff we need for it. Stage cost, set up the shaft structure. That's going to be 8 structural profiles. Oh, okay. So there's like different stuff, and then there's optional upgrades that we can do to it. And then it tells us the total cost for all of these. So Ooh, and then it says work safety. So I'm wondering if when they're working on the generator, that's going to be our main project, and so they're going to need to be like really safe doing it. I'm not really sure. We're just gonna figure out as we kind of go along. Medical post has been researched. Down this line, maybe foragers would be good, just because they're not taking up docks. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Protective structures seems nice, but I feel like, ooh, we need homes, because I forgot we got new people up in here, so we're gonna get that going. Chef structure is 8 profiles. We need that, so we're gonna need 30 wood, 10 steel, which I think we could get by the end of the day. Motivation rised because we built the morgue. Nobody's died yet, so I don't know. That's good. Man, I'm tired. Today has been a long day. What I was trying to say earlier about these cocaine pills, by the way, there's a guy that I'm no longer friends with. He was a good friend in elementary school. Um, one of my best friends at the time. Um, Also, why do we always have to be just short of however much we need? Really sucks. It's whatever though. Um, who knows how much we'll need for the profiles. Anyway, also, speaking of, we should be upgrading the docks because the more we upgrade the docks, I believe the faster we are going to get stuff. Maybe, yes, potentially, who knows. Um, what is it? But yeah, there's a guy that back in elementary school, me and my friends would be big into Beyblades. That was the big thing for me as a kid. Um, those things aren't a thing anymore nowadays, so it's whatever. But definitely fun. Anyway, this one guy I was friends with, he was a good dude back when he was younger. Um, anyway, he was like fine throughout. Well, he was good through elementary school. He went to different middle school than me, and then we met up back in high school. And he wasn't the same guy. He started getting wrapped up in like vaping and all that sort of stuff. And I know that some people are like, dude, that's like nothing. Um, you know, and it's I don't think it's like too terrible, but I think it's kind of like a gateway into some sort of stuff. I'm not saying that it's like, dude, you're doing crack. That's basically crack right there. You gotta stop. At the end of the day, do what you want to do. I can't stop you. Um, it's the same thing for like I'm a bit religious, so I may not agree with what everybody says, but at the end of the day, I believe that it is everybody's right to have their own opinions, and whether or not I agree with it is irrelevant because it's not my life that they're living. Um, so anyway, but this guy, he was good through elementary school and then high school, and I ended up getting wrapped in a little bit of stuff back then because peer pressure and just trying to be with the same, like, you grew up with a group of friends, so you kind of want to stay with that group of friends. So you have to do things to like kind of fit in a sense. And anyway, um, that went on for like a year. Parents found out, which glad they did. Definitely turned my life around. Um, but he never really stopped, and he's got a rough relationship with his parents, so it's not like he had that same support. But anyway, I don't talk with him that much anymore, but it sounds like from a friend of his or whatever. Um, the guy's doing cocaine now, so glad I'm not really talking to him anymore. Like, hey, I wish you the best, and maybe if you're making other decisions, I would hang out with you more. But to be fair, I don't want to be involved with anything like that. Like, you guys get what I mean? Like, it's just not really something that you want to deal with. Um, it's not fun. I mean, I don't do that, but I'm assuming it's not very pleasant to do those drugs. So I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they gotta be pleasant because if not, then why would people do them? But whatever. I'm gonna stop talking about cocaine because that's not a very fun topic to be talking about personally. But it's whatever. Anyway, that's what's kind of nice about this is I thought I'd have to place the profiles manufacturer further away, but sounds like we can place it here in the center. Like it's just got a space specifically for it. Um, let's see what you're saying. Letters from home, end of a world. Sir, the engineer received a letter from relatives in India that complained that they explained that a sudden frost devastated their plantation and now they're going back to England as the colony is descending into chaos and the population is rising against the British rule. Surely we cannot let such information impact the morale of our people. Whew. If I censor the letter, though, then in a sense I'm concealing the truth from him. So I'm not going to censor the letter. The discontent's going to go up for sure. But we're just gonna have that be a byproduct we gotta deal with. We do have sawmill. I understand why they gave us sawmill now rather than steel, because steel you can kind of get somewhat consistently, and then I can just place a sawmill like in this forest, and then I've got like a shitload of wood. Um, like let me see if I place it like here. That's a ton of wood. Here's also a bunch of wood. But here I'm also like, I don't know. I kind of want to place it in the middle of this big old like bunch of trees. Okay, let's see. We're going to. Hmm. I think that this is like okay. I'm not gonna mess around with the placement too much. We just need enough wood to build out to it. So that's gonna be 11 wood perfectly. Wow. Um. Oh, I think the sound I was hearing was the thing telling me I'm good to make a law. Um, you know what? We'll allow you guys to fight. I'm sure, it's maybe not the most positive one, but I think it's whatever. Um, it produces structural profiles from wood, so hopefully we're gonna be getting a ton of wood from the sawmill. Um, food's doing okay. It's kind of like feeding all our people, which is good. Um, it does suck that also optimized materials would be good. I'd like to get this next tier of things. Let's see, reloading station that costs steam cores. We need to start harvesting the ones that we already brought here. So that's gonna be our. We need more people, dude. It's weird. It's like every time you think that you're like good on people, you need more. So you're like, I need more people. I need more bullets. Anyway, um, yeah. about taking place right now. Some people are fighting it out. Gotta love that. Our discontent didn't even go up. It said that it would, but it never did, so that's something. We're gonna be running out of rations here in a second. Um, let me see. Has a maximum thing of 750 wood. Um, honestly, let's get as many people working there as we can, and then we'll do this. I don't know how long it's gonna take to make a structural profile, but to be fair, we need the wood for it first before we start making them anyway. So, main priority I feel like is gonna be we need to get 50 wood, or whoa, 75 wood and 25 steel. Was not expecting that much. We're gonna get 0.08 an hour, which means about one a day from that pile. We don't need more than that. We're gonna just try and get the next tier of. I keep thinking it's 50, but it's 75. That's a lot of wood, dude. Anyway, drafting machines. How long is that gonna take? 5 hours? That's a lot easier than how it usually is. Um, we won't finish it in the workday though, which sucks. But it's okay. People, tents. Yeah, we'll just start filling up this back. We'll just have all of these be homes. Um, how much are we making wood-wise here? 8 an hour? Not bad. Definitely a lot better than here. But I'm sure once we get these docks like super advanced, it's gonna be a whole lot better. But I feel like the main thing is just gathering this, so that's why I think that the reloading station, um, people working here gather resources, piling up the docks, and transfer them to the stockpiles. So, oh, okay, I see. So if I employ them here, then at all the docks, they go to them, I believe. That's pretty useful. We do have a fishing boat out here, which I didn't notice at first. It's quite a cool detail. Um, this recording is like already an hour 17, but it's whatever. Um, I'm not gonna complain about talking for a good while and keeping up with it. But yeah, I think I already mentioned this, but I work as a lifeguard. Man, it is tiring. I've like picture this. This is where I'm at right now. I need to start getting everything ready for college because yes, I'm going to college. I'm gonna try and keep up the videos, but they're not doing the best. But I really don't care too much. It's a long game anyway, and who knows if this will work, but we're gonna try nonetheless. Um, Also, I'm gonna rotate my mic just so that it faces me a little bit better. Um, but yeah, work's been a lot. Kids don't get any easier. I doubt any parents are watching this, so hopefully nobody relates. But if you do, then okay. I think that kids are great. I want to have some of my own one day. As I feel like most should, but at the end of the day, it's your life, it's your prerogative. If you don't want kids, it's up to you, and I respect that decision. Um, but for me, I want to be a father someday, but man, I am working, doing lifeguarding, and these kids do not listen at all. Like there was one kid that also we're gonna go forward here because I don't think there's anything else I can do tonight. We're already building the people home, so we're doing good. But anyway, we also need to get our people more food. We're doing kind of bad on food. We'll figure that out the next day. Anyway, there are some kids like there's like little water hose things that like it's like a big like structure And it's got like some stuff. And for anybody who's ever used a hose ever in their life, you know that when you have the hole of the hose completely open, it's less pressurized and therefore doesn't shoot as far. But kids are able to process that, hey, if I close this off a bit more, it gets more distance and higher power. So anyway, I get like two groups of boys that like they decide, hey, I think it would be an amazing idea to do that and then spray it directly at me as I'm working. And so here I am getting sprayed by water by these kids. And then, like, I don't even have the time to blow my whistle at them because they just immediately leave. Also, this is just a positive. I don't know how I feel about that. That feels, I don't know. I'm assuming prostitutes would probably bring your. I guess it brings your motivation up. It doesn't bring up your hope, but it brings up your motivation. Who knows? Whatever though. Anyway, it's inoperative. Oh, it's because we don't have roads. That would explain it. But yeah, before I can even blow my whistle at them, they just run away, and it's just like whatever. But I operate like a lot of like slides and stuff like that, and I see him later and I get on to him about it. But at the end of the day, it's kind of just like, what are you gonna do about it? You can't really do a whole lot of stuff. Um, we have a charcoal kiln, by the way. We really can't do a whole lot of stuff here. Let's get upgraded docks going. We can also get finer mesh. Fishing nets with finer mesh will let us catch smaller fish as well, raising the efficiency of fishing harbor by 10%. We're kind of struggling on food, so I kind of want to get that, but at the same time we need wood, which, I'm wondering if I upgrade the docks, if that's going to allow me to get more out of them, like collection-wise. Maybe there's just a limit to how much my people can grab. Who knows? This is kind of why we need the, we do have one steam core. So let's look. Resources, reloading station need 10 steel, 20 wood. So if we can just get the steel going, then we're going to be good. I don't think we're going to get it all in this workday. We might. No, I don't think we are. It's going to be close, but I don't think so. Upgraded docks. Oh, wait. What? Oh, 10 steel. I was thinking 20. Um, okay. Realistically, the one that's probably going to be more difficult to get is going to be the steel. And so we're going to do it on the steel one because I'm assuming it's going to speed up how fast we can collect stuff. A fishing gathering. We do really want this, but we don't have enough steel. So that's fine. Upgraded docks, we can do that. We also do want the fishing harbor, but we're too broke for that right now. We're doing okay food-wise. We're not doing crazy good. I definitely do need to get another fishing dock, I believe. So we're gonna try and do that. But yeah. Anyway, we're about 10 days along. We have we're about a day ahead of schedule. Or wait. Oh, we have a deadline. Oh, okay. So I believe it says in just general we're a day ahead of schedule, which is good. It's good to be ahead of schedule. But it looks like we have a cutoff on how fast we do this. We gotta get it done reasonably fast. So anyway, we're gonna continue on with that. I don't think we can do anything more tonight. We're gonna work on we do have this open, so we're gonna employ people here. I'm assuming this reloading station is gonna make things a whole lot faster. Hopefully. If it doesn't, what are we doing? Um yeah, reloading station, it's like the entire steel pile. Anyway, I'm gonna keep talking about work. I'm gonna keep ranting about it. It's one of those things that it's really fun. I'm making a lot more than I used to doing Chinese food deliveries, so I like that, but definitely a lot more demanding. So, it's understandable. So it is what it is. Also, 5 an hour. I think that's a bit better. Oh wait, yeah, that's a lot better. Holy. We were struggling like to get like 20 steel in a whole day. Now like you're going to look at my steel and we're kind of climbing up there fast. So that's really nice. Anyway, let's work on this. A fishing gathering, that might be helpful. But these are only from piles. But we don't really have piles. So is it useful? Who knows? Optimized materials. I want to get this because I don't want to make the profiles without having them be cheaper, Um, all we got to do is make like 8 of them. And so, in fact, we can, let's see how long it takes to research this. This is going to be 5 hours, so it's going to be done before we're done for the day. So I think we're going to be all right. I think our main goal right now should be we want another fishing harbor. So let's get the 10 steel. I forget what I was saying about work. Work's something all right. I definitely do like it more than my last job. Steam core is depleted. Oh, just the whole pile. Letters from home wanted. Sure, a shocking letter arrived from the Manchester Combustulary. That's a big word. It appears that one of our engineers is a suspect in several gruesome murders. That's fun. The police wants to question him and is asking us to send him back to the first outbound ship. The man claims he's innocent, obviously. What should we do? Um, we'll send him back. We aren't gonna miss one engineer. We're doing okay. Um, yeah. So anyway, we're doing okay on this stage. We're about 19 hours ahead of schedule apparently. Um, so we should be getting there in 19 hours. That's when we'd normally be doing it. But we're apparently doing good. We do have just normal like unemployed chuds with us. But yeah, anyway, works fine. I like it a lot more than my old job, so I definitely do appreciate that. But definitely more demanding. I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm gonna keep this channel going. I do apologize for taking like a week off of videos. I genuinely spent like a couple days playing this. Like one night, I genuinely stayed up till 6 a.m. playing this game. It was just that fun. I was working on getting like the secret kind of thing for the refugees. Um, if you don't have this game, go buy it. It's like $2, and all the DLCs are like another $2 total. It's so good. You got like so much content. There's like hundreds of Steam achievements, so just go buy it if you haven't already. And then if you really enjoy it, then fork up the cash for the second game. I haven't played it yet. I hear it's good. Not as good as the first one, but it's still definitely like a game you should buy. But it's still like $20. That one's more expensive, so I don't know. So if you don't want to buy that one, that's fine. But if you don't have this game or you haven't played it already, go play it. What are you doing? Um, but yeah, so work's going fine. College is starting up soon. You know, I'll probably sound like a chud for saying this, but I don't know. My goal is to be able to go into game design or like game programming or something like that. And so we're gonna go to college. We're gonna learn computer science, which is the one career path that apparently everybody and their mother hates with a burning passion. But it's all right. Also 20 wood now, much more reasonable. Definitely will take that. Um, we're gonna start working on the profiles though. Anyway, we're gonna be doing a associate of computer sciences. I was not a good student in high school, and so with that, I didn't end up um, having a high enough GPA to go to a traditional 4 year off the bat. Um, I very much wish I could have. But at the end of the day, I think that it grew me as a person to realize that, hey, I need to seriously focus and I can't have things like this happen again because there's repercussions whether or not you see them immediately. We're going to get the bathhouse, by the way. We're going to work on making the people more comfortable. Phew, that's expensive. And it requires 3 coal an hour. Whew, that they're less likely to get sick, but nobody's even getting sick yet. I mean, we could build a bathhouse, but we could not use it. We could just get the stuff we need. Also, oh, we needed to up the employees because now we've got prostitutes. That's fun. Not anyway. Um, but yeah. So game plan, doing the associate of computer sciences. I was hoping to start off doing a degree. Well, first of all, let's just start at the beginning. For a while, I was gonna do the military, but say what you will, but I just wasn't feeling up for it. And as much as I'd love to go and serve my country, I just I don't know, like I'm not really wanting to go and have a 4 year minimum contract to go do something that I may not enjoy. And so I'd rather take a shot at something that I've been wanting to kind of do for a while. Um, and see if it works, but if it doesn't, then oh well. But if it does work, then great. But if it doesn't, then I at least took that shot. And I always have that path to fall back down on later down the line. So I'm not like too upset about it. In fact, I'm happy that I'm like taking that like shot on myself. Um, I let's see what this says. Work safety concerns. Sir, a few people fell ill from breathing strange fumes wafting from the shaft. Could have been worse. One of them passed out and fell from a scaffold. We can't ignore health hazards any longer. From now on, the safety level of every workplace at the construction site will be monitored. If it's low, people working there will get sick. If it's very low, they may get injured and die. Um, of you have 2 days to pass a law improving. Whew, okay, we can do that. We'll make a law improving safety. Oh, we got labor laws now. Okay, W laws. This is new. Um, we'll do safety procedures probably. I don't know what all this is about because this again is new. Um, but yeah, we were gonna do military, but I just decided that as much as that sounds like there's like a lot of benefits with that, and don't get me wrong, I think it's a great career path. I'd like to take that shot on myself and see if I could do good enough in, the stuff that I've always been doing like game design stuff in my free time. And so if I could do it professionally and get it to work, then that would be great. But what are you gonna say now? Camp life bad omen. This morning the camp was strangely quiet. People passed the bad news in hushed voices, and I was perched atop the scaffolding despite it being broad daylight. They were superstitious even in the best of times, but here in this remote, harsh place, they see it as the worst omen. Worse than a herd of black cats. Refusers Workers refuse to even look at the bloody bird, never mind shoo it away. Discontent rises. Man, it's a bird. It goes caca caca. Like, what are we afraid of? Or no, it goes hoot hoot. Yes. Anyway, we're gonna be really ahead of schedule here soon. We're almost able to get the shaft structure, I believe. Um, so that'll be nice. In fact, we can just start building it now. Let's look at the dangerous and unhealthy base safety level. High risk of falling ill, risk of accidents. Okay. Okay, I see that safety is a big thing here. Don't worry. I'm on the rescue. Um huh. Protective structures, that one like seems really like not worthwhile. Heat resistant steel composites necessary to build the generator. Hmm. Let's see we have steel composites and steam exchangers. So machine shop where they can be produced for steam exchangers. What do you do? Um Across the site consuming 25 coal per hour. So you're worthwhile, but you're gonna need coal, so we're gonna start needing people to go and harvest this stuff. Um, so we'll do that. We're also gonna sign our safety procedures. Um, it lowers efficiency by 25%, but at least it'll be all right, I feel like. Um, shaft structure safety procedures are off. Workplace safety rises. Yeah, we're gonna do safety procedures because I don't want people dying on my watch. And then there's 50 workers that could be here. That is insane. We need to order a shipment of a ton of people. But anyway, we were gonna do the military, but we didn't feel like it. And now we're doing college stuff. So I'm gonna do an associate's because I didn't lock in high school to be able to do a traditional 4 year. Let's see what we're looking at here. We're gonna do. I'm trying to see. We're doing like okay on steel and everything. Um, what I could honestly do right now is we do have the improved docks, which we haven't done yet. So upgraded docks, we need 60 wood. That's a lot of wood. We can do a reloading station here. So we're going to do that too. So we're going to go get those all upgraded. And then all our people are going to go eat. But anyway, we're going to lock in college. I'm going to definitely keep this channel going cuz I enjoy it. We have moderate risk of falling ill here, which I don't like, but it's gonna be alright. We just need the basic stuff to get going. We'll work on this. Definitely very cool that you have to like focus on the main like objective. for this, which is also 50 people is ludicrous. Um, but it's whatever. What we can also do is we can take one engineer away and shove him in this building. Um, we're doing good though. We have to set up the shaft structure soon, so I don't know how long this takes. Um, let's see what happens during the night. Um, is anybody working on it? Do I need 50 workers? No, it's like a job. That's crazy. Okay. We'll get the people in like midway tomorrow, so that's gonna be fine. We're also gonna upgrade that dock here soon. We're gonna be making a good amount of wood. So that'll be good. And with that, we'll be able to upgrade all of these things. So not too worried about that. If push comes to shove, we can get coal here. So if for some reason those piles do run out, that'll be fine. I would like to see what the ventilation thing costs. That is, we can only build one plant. 25 wood, 50 steel, 1 steam core. That's not too bad. We're gonna wait till our people arrive before doing that. But yeah, we're doing an associate of computer science for 2 years, then transferring to a 4-year university. Because I'd like to get a bachelor's. Maybe the associates could be used somewhere, but maybe not. I get that a big thing that they look for is like your portfolio for those places, which is understandable. But but it's but yeah, it's whatever. Anyway, on other news at my work, man, dude, I'm not gonna get into this too much because also I believe you can't date coworkers there. So, but man, there's one fine person there. So you know, who knows? Who knows? I'm keeping my hopes open, but they're pretty nice. But then again, it's you gotta have the mindset that you are content as a person by yourself. But if you're with somebody else, then that's great too. Like regardless, you as a person are content. And so also let's look here. After hours equipment maintenance, it will rise permanently. Ugh. Workers will have to spend some time cleaning and maintaining their equipment to keep it safe and operating condition. You guys can cry me a river about that one. That is quite a lot of discontent, but permanent modifiers. So I'm just always gonna have that discontent there, but that'll be fine. I don't know what this thing is. This is new. There's a little. Is it along our path? Maybe. There's something here though. Maybe it's just like, oh, transport did arrive. We've got more people. We're gonna throw everybody into this central thing. Um, Safety measures, we're doing okay. Low key, I'm going to get the ventilation plant. We're gonna have some people work on that in their free time. I don't know. This is all right. But anyway, um, what is going on here? We have a secondary wood pile. Oh, okay. As I get more of these, there can be more reloading stations I can place on them to get even more resources. That is quite informative. Why do we have a shipwreck here with 1,000 steel in it? Who knows? Why they can't be reached at this moment? Also, who knows? Why is it crashed? Who knows again? Anyway, um, but yeah, it's one of those things that like they seem like a nice person, but it's just like when you're working at a job, you can't always tell that because in general, people are friendly, which is a good thing. You know, where would we be if we didn't have friendly people? Probably not anywhere good, I'll tell you that much. Um, Also, let's look into upgrading this stuff. Um, we can do protective structures. I think I'm gonna get this because what it'll allow me to do is if I just make some additional structural profiles for 24 hours, I can make a workplace a bit safer, which I think is going to be useful later on down the line, but who knows. Um, I'm so confused because I did sign the accident risk will be reduced in all workplaces. Okay, so just the risk of accidents is lower. I don't understand though why this isn't working. Set up the shaft profile. This is the shaft structure. Progress, I'm so confused. Because I believe I did all that I needed to do. I don't understand what these people are doing. It says working. Um, but it's like progress 0%. So I don't know. Is it being built or is it staying still? Maybe the bar's broken. Who knows? Um, but yeah. Overall, really enjoyed this game, by the way. Um, Definitely get it if you don't already have it. We're also gonna upgrade this other docks. And you know what? I'm just gonna request some more people. We could use some more workers. We need as many workers as we can like get. Um, Overall we're doing good though. Do like how this is going. But yeah, works something. What I think I was trying to say earlier is that in general, people are friendly, so it's difficult to tell if somebody is just being friendly or whatever. And so, there's trying to make sure that you don't like, you know, overstep that boundary. Because also, like, it's a job. So, like, if you overstep that boundary, you lose your job. So, it's like, maybe you won't lose your job. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I was working at, like, a mom and pop Chinese shop, and there was, like, you don't have to worry about that there. Um, Anyway, this building, it's um it's inoperative. We need coal if we're gonna get it running, but we don't have enough people working on it. I do think that they're doing something because I see stuff going on nearby. I think maybe potentially. Anyway, um I wonder what happens if we're behind schedule. I hope that we don't. We're less than an hour ahead of schedule apparently. So we're apparently ahead of schedule, but just not by much. Um, we do still need to build the bathhouse. We have been putting that off. So we'll get that going here soon. We need quite a lot of steel for that though. But yeah, it's it's also just like, do I know if they're like a good person for me? I don't know. But I'm open to stuff, but like you're also like fine if not, like whatever happens happens. That's my mindset. I'm pretty content either way. We can introduce a new law again. I get that this game is probably not boring. This is me just kind of playing this for fun, talking a little bit, and Maybe this is interesting for you guys. I'm sure that like nobody's watching this. We're like nearly 2 hours through. It's nearing midnight for me, so I don't know when I'm gonna have this video out. I might just put it out tomorrow because I'm just that tired. Anyway, let's look at short shift. It will you can shorten the workday in generator construction facility to 8 hours. I am fine with generator construction. If it's any other building, hell no. But generator construction, that's fine. Um, we'll get short shift. You guys can have a shorter shift. Be more motivated. I don't know what happens once we pass this bar, but hopefully it'll be all right. Discontent. Surprisingly, even like though we have the permanent modifiers, it brought it back down. So I don't know. Um. Anyway, but yeah. I do really enjoy my job. It's quite nice. The people there, love them. They're great people. I do have a bone to pick with one person because I do have siblings, and my sister was actually the one who worked my job before me. Um, oh, wait, I don't know why I said oh. I ignore that. Whatever. We're gonna get forger's quarters just so that I can say that I have it. Just because I don't have any other use for wood, and maybe we'll need it down the line. Who knows? Everything. We don't even need. Whoa, 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 whoa. Reindeer tracks? Send foragers here to learn more about this place? Dude. Are you kidding me? This is nuts. 6 hours behind schedule. Also, that's bad. Um, Progress time to finish 1 day, 6 hours. We need to have this done. Uh, I hopefully if we don't miss the deadline, we're not dead. If we are, this will be a multi-part video. But anyway, what I was saying though is my sister worked my job before me, and there's somebody from her high school who is one of my coworkers, and they're a bit of an asshole because they whilst I was what is it? Also, how the hell do I get foragers? Wow. I'm stupid. I should have gotten these guys so much sooner. I didn't realize that I could zoom out to the whole map. And there's areas here that I need to be exploring, but I haven't been exploring them. I'm stupid. Anyway, it's okay. Anyway, there's this one chick who's like okay around me, but like we were cleaning one night, and I'm assuming she didn't know that I'm her brother, because I mean, why would you say that around somebody's brother if you knew? Anyway, she was like making fun of her and like just being an asshole, and it's like, dude, what's your problem? Um, who knows? It's whatever. Um, they're actually working here now, which I don't know why they weren't earlier, but at least they're working here now. Anyway, we're less than an hour ahead of schedule, but that means we're ahead of schedule. That's the main keyword. Um, but yeah, she was like making fun of him, and good thing I like about the new job is you can go to like HR about that stuff. I didn't go to HR, but I went to the manager that handles like the whole like aquatics stuff. So let them know about it. Also, yes, we're gonna get the bathhouse for these people. I know that they are probably like so pissed at me, like, I want hot water, But it's okay. It's whatever. Also, that's a big ass, like, big, like, water bathhouse. Anyway, We have the foragers camp thingamabob. Who knows there? Let's see what's going on here. Letters from home, a taste of home. Sorrow, though many people back home are facing starvation, a well-off relative of one of our engineers sent him a large parcel with treats. Should we hold on to the food? It may start a trouble, or God forbid, fuel a parallel economy. Man, I don't need 50 food rations. I don't care. Give this man his food, make him happy, and yeah. Speaking of happiness, we're gonna be giving you hearty meals full of cocaine. So you guys are gonna be having a fantastic time. Um, we're gonna do faster forager carts. I'm assuming, are these just now like my new bathhouse established? Yep, you're welcome. Um, Ooh, toxic gas. Sir, we have a situation. We've detected dangerous concentration of toxic gases across the whole construction site. Breathing them will make people sick, but we'll keep them working. We have no choice. The gas the gases are venting from the depths of the source. Their toxicity level changes constantly. We will monitor it and warn you about any changes within 24 hours in advance. Now, my safety did go down one. I think that's gonna change once I go ahead a little bit. Yeah, you can see the toxic gases. That's not very good. So that's fun. Anyway, I guess we just need to start taking even more safety precautions because I need to. Oh wow. Okay, you can see there's a bar for gas toxicity low. Toxic gas concentration will rise tomorrow. That's not nice. I don't like that. Um, so we need, with that, if I can make 6 of you guys, then the thing will go down. So I call that progress. We're 3 hours ahead of schedule. We're doing okay. Um, but yeah, the job is very nice. I do like it. The people are quite nice too. Other than her. But I already mentioned that to my managers, so who really cares at the end of the day? We're 34% of the way done. If push comes to shove, we do have the protective structure, so we can improve that. It is dangerous. There is a risk of accidents, but we'll work on that as we go further down the line. Transport has arrived with more people. We're gonna get some of you. Well, let's just get all of you guys working in coal, because if we can. Well, wait. All we need is it 25 coal an hour or a day? Hmm. Let's see. We'll do it during working hours. We'll have it turn on, and then oh, and then it filters the air. So this is like to combat the gases. That makes sense. Also, voodoo witchcraft. How are we floating over here? Who knows? We are getting close on motivation. So low key, there is like a little bar. So I'm wondering if there's like a countdown for the cocaine pills. I just want them to be like a temporary source of motivation. Work standardization. People working on short shifts are well rested. If we plan their work carefully, we can use their full potential. Workplaces will be 10% more efficient during short shifts. So that fixes the issue caused by safety procedures a little bit. And then using short shifts will cause a little discontent, and then discontent will rise slightly. Dispensary. Cures gravely ill to ill with potent chemical medicines. Ooh, treatment can have side effects. I don't know how I feel about that. Extended shift. You can extend the workday in any facility to 14 hours. Or two shifts. You can permanently. Woo! I can do it to 24 hours. Workplaces on two shifts need double manpower. We can work with that. Causing two shifts causes discontent. We're gonna do two shifts down the line, but we need a lot more people. Because that means we can have them work 24/7, but we need double the manpower to do so. Um, we do have 7 homeless. We're gonna get. Oh, it's G to view generator. I accidentally hit the wrong button and viewed it, but whatever. But yeah, I do like the job. It's quite nice. I'm gonna stop rambling on about the job though. Overall, this game is very nice. Let me think what all other games I tried to play. Something with this is I did try and record some footage to make a fully edited video for this game, and it didn't really work out. I had a plan of like there's an endless mode in here, and so I wanted to do like I became the best whatever, or like day 1 to day 100 of Frostpunk. Like there's like those videos in the Minecraft one, like I survived 100 days in Minecraft Lucky Blocks or whatever. Something stupid like that. I was thinking something like that, but like Frostpunk, like I survived 100 days in a frozen wasteland. But looks like somebody already beat me to the punch, so it doesn't matter. Um anyway, we do have to probably go back to standard meals, but I did want to go and see what that looked like for boosted motivation, but it'll rise slightly. We're gonna turn off our cocaine pills because I don't want my people hooked on cocaine. Camp life, harbingers of doom. People across the whole camp leap to their feet, awakened by the sound of angry screeches. Dozens of huge birds are circling over the construction site. The owls are back, moan terrified workers. It's a sign the heavens warn us we shouldn't be here, we're doomed. After a while, the birds disappear above the bay, leaving our people severely shaken. Motivation will fall even more each morning. Fucking owls. Literally, just get me a damn shotgun, and what do you know, there won't be a problem anymore. Um, Whatever. Fuck, dude. Okay, I'm mad. I needed more steam cores, but we didn't do it for some reason. Also, I can build more telegraph stations. I can build more. I don't know why I haven't been doing that. Wait, can I build more? No? I don't think I can. I think there's a limit of 1. Okay. I was hoping to get 2 down, but it's whatever. We're gonna finish up research here in a second. Yeah, God, I hate these stupid birds. This is a sign we're doomed. Anyway, we're going good on progress for this. The gas is gonna get worse today, I believe. It still says tomorrow, so hey, if I can make it last just a little bit longer, hey. Could not activate, requires coal. Um, Forger chart or carts researched. Let's see. Let's do we're kind of struggling. Let's do more foragers. We need to have people be exploring. I don't know why we haven't done that sooner. Um, we'll get this going in a second. Basically, these guys are our new scouts apparently. Um, So whatever. We do have this turned off for the bathhouse. I'm sure it's helpful, but I just don't want to be spending that coal per hour to be doing that. I'd much rather spend it on the ventilation plant. How far behind shift? We're 3 hours behind schedule. Not too good, but it's okay. Let's see how many people. We have 2 are in palliative care. 1 is in general care. So that is fine. Um, we need more people. I'm just like requesting them as fast as I can get them. Um, Not a huge fan of the gas, but the gas is whatever. We have more foragers researched. It's just kind of like a matter of just researching everything right now. We'll do a resource depot upgrade. Or actually, no, we'll do efficient gathering. And then with that, we will. It's been closed. Let's turn you on, and then that's gonna lower the gas, I believe. So that makes it just harmful, and so now it's not like crazy bad, but it's okay. Um, Whew, dude, my fucking leg is killing me. I don't know what is up with it. I I went to PT at one point for it, but it like fixed itself on the original leg. Also, it went up, so that's not good. Um, that's fun. Anyway, let's do. Hmm. Let's look at our normal laws. Let's see what we can sign here. We can do chapels. We can do crowded quarters, which is we could house more people if we cut the space allowance a bit, although nobody is going to be happy about it. Discontent will rise permanently. Housing buildings can accommodate up to 12 people. That is 2 more people per house. That is not worth it. Or we could do comfortable quarters, or we can give them more space but reduced housing capacity. Discontent will fall permanently. Motivation will rise slightly, and then they can only accommodate 8. Or care house. Let's do chapel. A chapel will be built. We could just build this right now. We're just gonna build the chapel here. Should hit a lot of the buildings, which will be good. Is it per hour that this is? Whoa. Okay, 250 a day? Um, that's something. All right. Um, we need a couple things. One, I'm actually gonna do protective structure. We're gonna get this down. They're just harmful. So we're gonna have you guys keep working. Cause also, yeah, it went back up to dangerous because we can't ventilate it. It doesn't have enough coal right now to be able to like sustain that. We are 10 hours ahead of schedule, but that's gonna go down a bit. Um, we're 62% on the way done. We've got about another day to get this thing done. These guys are gonna arrive in 11 hours, so that's good. Nobody's collecting these wood piles, which kind of feels like a little useless. Um, let's see where everybody is working. We've got a lot of people working on the center stuff, so that's taking up a good bit. The coal, let's just give up on the coal, and then you honestly aren't making a whole lot of wood right now. So we're going to do a couple things. One, we're going to throw a ton of people on steel. I feel like need more steel. And then we're going to throw people on wood. Something I'm going to be researching. I want to get the kiln. I feel like the kiln is going to be good here because we're getting a lot of wood, but we're not getting enough coal. So if we can use our wood to get coal, then that's good. That simplifies things for us. So we do have enough food right now, so we're doing okay on that. Um, Everything else is doing all right. Um, I believe there's upgraded fishing docks. Yeah, advanced fishing harbor. But that is later down the line. For the moment, though, we are okay. Um, I don't think I need anybody working at the chapel, so I think that's fine. Sawmill, genuinely, I'm just gonna dismantle you. Save us some resources. Let's see, we can do 5 more people requested, or we can. It's 20 for a single steam core. That's a lot. Um, we'll We'll keep going. This is over 2 hours for this recording. I feel like I'm like slamming my head against a wall right now, trying to figure out things to talk about, but I don't really have a whole lot. If you guys haven't noticed, like I do okay at like filling the time when with talking and stuff like that. But it's so difficult to keep that going like non-stop. Like it just it's draining. Um So I'd be lying if I said right now that I didn't feel like I was like slamming my head against the wall, but we're doing okay, I guess. We're gonna dismantle this whole plant. My whole game plan right now is I want to get another reloading station. I want to get more people on that one. We're gonna do that one on steel. Foragers' quarters. Sir, that now that you've built the first foragers' quarters, you can direct the foragers to explore the plains instead of camps, which will provide us with raw food. So that just gives us a lot of food, apparently. Why do I need so much food? Who knows? What I will do is if it gives me a ton of food from the forager camps, then I will dismantle the fishing hut things and get more of these advanced stocks and then just get like a shitload of coal and everything like that. But for right now, I guess we're okay. We are only 5 hours ahead of schedule, so we need to have this kind of hurry on up a little bit. Um, we have a lot of people that are sick at the moment. I believe that's mainly because of how bad the shaft structure is. It says that it's gonna go down tomorrow, so today. Um, so hopefully, but nobody's like gravely sick. So as long as we're not gravely sick, we're okay. Um, so I'm trying to think what I need to do. I need to finish up the shaft structure. I might split this up into a second part because also I just kind of want to go to bed. I've been doing a good job of going to bed at a decent time, so I'm pretty proud of that. But we're less than an hour behind, so we're doing okay. You guys start at 8 o'clock, I believe, so we got more people. Um, we do have our steam core back. We're gonna do a reloading station on steel. And we're gonna get steel really going. And then we're gonna try and just what I'm gonna be doing next is we're gonna get mechanical calculations because we're running out of things that we can really like do here. Um we're working on a fishing gathering. We're almost gonna get that done. But yeah, I'm probably gonna split this up in two parts. We're gonna get the shaft structure up and then we're gonna finish it up. Cause I don't know what to talk about and I feel like I'm dragging this out way too long. But I'm also just like really tired. So, there's that. Let's see. This is a big ol' 0%. So we're at 75% for that. If push comes to shove, also we need more homes. Um, let's build the homes real quick. A big thing that's very helpful is that you don't have to worry about the weather. You can just kind of go as you want. We have a ton of people that are unemployed right now, and I don't know why. I'm not complaining though. I was looking for some more people. That's a lot of people for foragers, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna get you guys going to the reindeer tracks. We're gonna try and set things up. I think it's because I don't have anybody working at the reloading station. I think that's potentially why. Um, we're gonna. Huh. I want to get the kiln because I feel like the kiln's gonna help. But then again, we don't even have enough for. We have enough for one steam core, so we can get one steam core. That's what we're gonna do. Our next shipment's gonna be a steam core and 2 people, which is fine. We're gonna get that going, and in the meantime, we're gonna get a kiln up, which the kiln is gonna allow us to start getting the charcoal with the um wood. So that's gonna be able to give us coal for the ventilation, and to get the ventilation, we need the steam core, and so it's a whole lot of we need this for this and this and this and this, you know. So I think it'll be all right. We're gonna zoom out a little bit. We're gonna throw just the rest of you on the wood piles. Um, Everything else is going pretty good though. Don't have any complaints. Hopefully we don't fall too far behind schedule. I'm hoping that we can just wrap this up today. Whoa, what happened? I hit fast forward and something happened. Work safety. Blow up the cave in. Oh, I can't do that, dude. What? Sir, an explosion in the generator's foundations caused a tunnel collapse, trapping several workers. Unfortunately, we can't send a rescue team since we don't have one. Due to low priority given to the workplace safety in the shaft, the crews working there lack adequate training. Okay. We can either blow up the cave-in, which will save the trapped workers, or the trapped workers will die. Motivation will fall greatly. Um, well, shoot, I can't just have it be set back 40%, because that's gonna screw me over, but I don't really have a choice. So I guess I just gotta go back to 30%. Time to finish one. Oh, wait, it tells me exactly how long, so it takes 1 day, but I'm less than a day left on time. So I might be screwed, guys. Um, we're gonna do 2 shifts, which means we can do. It's already dark like a tomb. I'd hate to be in there like in the night. We're gonna do 24-hour shift, and that requires 100 people. So we need to figure out who the hell we're snatching away from other places. We can take all of you guys away, and then we have a ton of people just sitting around in there doing a whole lot of nothing other than just being unsafe. And then you guys are just like in here, but you're not like maximum whatever. We're gonna have you 24 hours. Here, we're gonna remove the people from the docks. Yeah, we're gonna remove a couple people from the docks. Like 3. I think three's fine. It's gonna get us to 100. And yeah, we're gonna see if we die right now. If not, we're gonna fully construct it First strike, construction site strike. Sir, people at the construction site stopped work. A worker climbs an overturned wheelbarrow and shouts to his fellows, "We saved our friend, sure, but this time, as long as the deadline is more important than us, since catastrophes will keep happening. Who's going to slave now to repair the damage, and how many of us will make it home in one piece? The construction strike is on strike. We need to do something." Okay, I need to see what the strike is about. People employed at the construction of the generator can go on strike. The strike can break out in any workplace in the construction site. The strike risk rises when the workplace safety is low. Discontent is high, or workers' demands are turned down. And so it shows it down in that bottom right corner, apparently. Um, Strike. All work stops during a strike. Ooh. To end the strike, negotiate a compromise with the workers. Signing certain labor laws will open more options. Okay, that's fun. So now I am forced to negotiate, and then we will, I'll have 3 days to pass comfortable quarters, better working conditions. I'll have to raise them above dangerous. I think I could do that. But we'll do comfortable quarters. I can do that for you guys. Strike is solved, but people resume work. Who should we lean on? The workers or the engineers? The first strike is over, but it won't be the last. We need to address the labor issues if we are to finish the generator on schedule. Workers would like to be given a voice to be involved in decisions, while engineers promise you the results if you rely on their proven expertise. Will you empower the workers and establish the labor union, or strengthen the engineer's role and build the factory inspectorate? You will have to build the labor union. New laws will favor workers. New laws will favor engineers. Our workers are kind of struggling, so we're gonna do workers. We did labor union. And so with that, we have to develop the labor union. We have to do food for workers, labor union. That is not good. Every use will lower the strike risk by 2 in all workplaces. I'll have to build the labor union. We're about a day behind schedule, and our deadline is very soon. So let's hope that goes okay. Um, I'm trying to see where is best to place this. Um, right here might be okay. Quote unquote okay. Um, let's see. Where would I don't know what's best here. I guess just right here would work for labor union. And then we're just gonna extend out the street a little bit for them. And then we do have the charcoal kiln. We're one steel short from the next tier. We're gonna get the next tier now. We do need to work on the charcoal kiln, so that's gonna be 30 steel. That's just gonna get us the stuff we need. We have 69% efficiency. Deadly. Don't like that. Um, the only thing we got is safety procedures. So high risk of fall, high risk of risk of deadly accidents. Okay, let's just keep working, guys. Labor union built. Yippee. Um, food for workers, 100 food rations, minus 2% strike risk. What is strike risk looking like? None. Um, because we resolved it peacefully. Workplace safety, safe, unhealthy, harmful, deadly. 100 people are working in deadly conditions. Gotta love that. Who knows if we're gonna hit this deadline? I don't know what happens if we don't. Let's at least look at what this happens. There's nothing here to do. So I guess these guys are kind of like the scouts, but they're looking more for food. Who knows if we don't hit a deadline, what happens? Um, Day 16 at 1500 hours. We're 18 hours behind schedule, but we do have. It's gonna finish in 12 hours, but we have 12 hours until it's done, or 15 hours. So I think we're gonna be okay, but barely. And then so many people are sick, but it's okay. We're literally just gonna have to suck it up and deal with it. Are they all in palliative care? No, they're just being treated. All right. All right. Let's see what you say. Nesting place. There's nothing more to do there. Let's check Bald Hill. We're just gonna kind of like go up north, I guess. Um, we have 4 hours left until this is done. Once this is done, we're gonna call it for this part. Transport has arrived, so that is quite nice. We are going for, is it resources or it's generator? We're gonna get the ventilation plant. We need steel, so we're gonna employ our 2 little workers to get us a little bit more steel. Once we get this finished, we're going to then take out a lot of our workers. Oh, did we get it done? Milestone achieved. Next milestone, build the foundations. Before building the foundations, which will support the massive bulk of the generator, you'll have to send your workers deep below the ground level and install the powerful tower thumps there. Mechanical calculations done. So the shaft structure is complete. The generator construction overview. Now we're about 3 hours ahead of schedule, so not much. We need to do structural profiles and steam exchangers, which we do not have yet, and that's going to be for the pressure valves and the tower pumps, which we will be doing in the next part. What we will be doing, though, research-wise, is I want a... Also, that's these are kind of good. Safety improvements, though. These will improve. Oh wait, this is at the profile manufacturers. Hell no. We want I was just to use an additional ventilation plant. I don't need that. Resources. We're gonna look at this. We have steam reloading station, which allows us to build steam reloading stations that gather with greater efficiency. Um, Not too useful. We do have the kiln now, which is gonna allow us to smelt wood. Additional foragers. So another forager's quarters. So that's pretty good. I don't know. We're gonna get infirmary though. Um, I'm gonna end it off for this part. I am like, this recording is 2.5 hours long. I'm sure you guys do not want to see any more of this for the moment, at least. I know this has been beyond boring, and I do apologize for that. We do have a bunch of workers back now. Also, I do apologize if you guys hear metal right now. We did with the new microphone. It has like a boom arm, and I don't know, I'm being lazy and I'm like leaning against it and my chair was hitting it, so you guys might have heard that for a second. Anyway, yeah, so we we've got like kind of a game plan going on. We've got a lot of our workers back because they're not having to work on the central part anymore. They're able to kind of now just like work wherever, which is good. We're gonna have them start collecting coal, because I feel like I'm gonna really need some coal. And then yeah, we're still up like 35 people. So it's quite nice. We need to build the machine shop and we need to get the other stuff, but we haven't done that yet. Tower pumps, which will force water into the bowels of the earth to turn it into superheated steam. This is all the stuff that we're gonna have to like install with the things that we manufacture. Overall, really liking this though. We did a little bit of progress. We're not like crazy far along. I know that this has been beyond boring, and there's like a 100% chance that nobody has seen this. So it's whatever. But if you did, I really do deeply, deeply, deeply appreciate it. Asking for you to stick around for 2.5 hours to hear me just kind of ramble on about stuff is more than I could ever ask for. So the fact that you guys have done that is beyond appreciated. Um, but yeah, I don't really want to keep dragging this out for you guys. I kind of want to go to bed. I'm gonna leave this video unedited, and again, I really, really do hope that my audio hasn't been messed up this whole time. If it has, that's really gonna suck, and this will just be me talking to myself then. But if you guys are seeing this, then it came out fine. But yeah. So we're gonna do another part of this. I don't know what I'm even gonna name this title. It's probably just gonna be like um, I don't know. But yeah, this is gonna be part one, and the next part we're gonna try and go a little bit faster. Hopefully, we have 45 days, so we're only like a third of the way through. So this might be like a three-part one. I really hope I don't somehow mess this up and have to restart from the beginning. That would not be quite fun, but overall, I really do like this though. It's filled with its own challenges, which I like. And it's out of the ordinary, which I think is its own kind of pleasant experience. So, regardless, I do appreciate you guys watching till the end if you have. This has been Frostpunk, and yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next part, and we'll start getting this generator upgraded. Alright, guys. I'm gonna head to bed. If it's late for you, maybe go do the same. But then again, you do you. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. So, bye bye.